So, yeah.
Yeah. It's another morning.
We weren't even quite ready yet, and it just started.
Yep.
So, it's fine, though.
So now, yep, and it's public.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Wasn't even sure if I went public with it.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Come on, open up.
Yep, that was telling me you were going live. I'm gonna turn it down.
Well, that's good. Here we are.
Yep.
Live. And nobody to talk to. Do.
Let's see, Willow, she's awake. Hey, Yaya, good morning. Hey, Nancy. Yaya left a funny comment on our video, or on our live stream, Wiley's live stream, about last night. Michael brought me I asked him to bring me a cup of water, and he brought me like a gallon-sized pickle jar full of water. And she's like, not only are you a hard worker, but you're smart. You got her a big jar, so you didn't have to go get her a refill.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Nancy, how's the weather in Canada? What part of Canada are you in? Hey, Brenda, Tanya, good morning. Rhonda, James, good morning. Patty, hello. How's the weather?
It's
not bad out there right now. It looks like it's going to be a sunny day.
Right, I think when I checked earlier, it's supposed to get up into like just barely 70s.
Yeah, low 70s, yeah. That'll be nice.
And according to my thingy, it's like 61 degrees out there right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a long sleeve, because it's a little bit chilly.
Yep. I mean, in here, it's nice and comfortable.
Yeah, it is. It's very comfortable in here.
75 degrees in here, so.
Yeah. But out in the sun, it'll feel so good. Yeah, I hope that, well, honestly, I've been thankful for the rain, because it hasn't damaged our garden. Like, I don't know about our seeds that we put in the ground, but
right.
All of our tomatoes and everything that we planted are doing really good. And the rain waters that for free.
Yeah.
So we don't have to spend the time watering or worrying about having enough water.
Right. Yes.
Morning, Ray. Morning, Laura.
Lola.
Good morning, baby Fred.
You make a lot of noise.
Yeah, quit licking. Lola has skin issues.
She's sleeping good during the night, most nights. Last night she was up quite a bit, but I think she's also like going through another growth spurt or something, because she's just wanting to eat.
Eat.
But obviously she is definitely doing her job at growing, and so, it is what it is.
Put it right here so y'all can see her better. Let's get positioned just right, okay?
She's like, stop messing with me, Auntie.
Yeah. Can you just leave me alone and let me be a baby?
But yeah, no, she's getting bigger and
doing so good.
Yeah.
You don't want that? Okay. Sometimes she just likes to be awake.
Right? She finally fits in newborn size clothes, so that's good, Only took her a month and a half to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're okay.
Fred gets prettier every day. Oh.
What do we got planned for today? We've been kind of talking about that this morning. We're not exactly sure. There's a couple different things that we need to get done, like a tree fell in the garden. So thank God it didn't damage anything in the garden, but it's sitting over one of the trellises for I think it's the grapes that are on that one. And so we gotta remove the top half of this tree that decided to break off. So maybe that, and then maybe do something on the trailer. We're not sure yet, though.
Yeah.
We are definitely not exactly sure yet.
And we have Wiley's gonna be taking our tractor to he needs to service our tractor, so that might be something else he does today. I don't know. But on Monday, he's planning on taking our tractor to the John Deere dealership and having hydraulics put on the front and back of it. So we want to get any tractor work we need done before he takes it, because I don't know how long they're gonna have it.
Yeah, so we gotta use that as much as we can. But it's gonna be nice to have all the new stuff for it.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna have to tell myself that every time I make the payment.
Right? Remind yourself what you've gotten done with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What has been accomplished.
I think she's trying to poop. She's farting a lot and it stinks. There you go. You don't want it? You literally just got done eating.
Right here. Here. You're fine.
So, yeah. All right.
You're fine. You're fine.
I saw that bottle, LOL. It's 15 Celsius here, looking like rain. And I am in New Brunswick.
Hi,
Love all your channels. We share the same humor. Well, great, Nancy.
Right? You came to the right spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Willow's awake. She just wants her mama.
Right? She just wants me. Which I don't mind.
Yeah.
She just loves me.
A whole lot.
I mean, sometimes, trying to get stuff done when she goes through these little spouts of not wanting anybody else but me makes it a little bit more difficult. But It is also a really good excuse to be able to get out of doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go feed the baby. Morning, Greg. How are you? Yes, it should be nice weather for the weekend, I hope. She has the funniest thing with those legs. I've never seen a baby with such straight leggedness. Maybe she will be a ballerina.
Yeah, she I guess that's part of being born in the breech position that she was.
Yeah.
Their legs tend to.
Yeah, it's funny. The
straight.
Nurses were laughing about it because when they held her up, to like clean her or when they were just like moving her around, her legs were just sticking straight out. Like they're like, those legs. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll do the newborn scrunch every once in a while, but she usually does the straight-leggedness.
Mm-hmm. It's because Auntie Jen is holding you. So yeah, I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing today. It'll probably be hopeful. I don't know.
Right. I need to do something on my trailer. I've been wanting to either start like rerunning the plumbing or, the back bedroom.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's been so much.
It's been one thing after another, and it's like things that have to be taken care of right away. So, but we do need to get on the camper.
Yeah. Hey. You want to just cuddle?
Morning, Julia.
Is that what your problem is? You don't want to be held like that?
Julia, that is so true. It goes by so fast. Hey, Gordon, how are you? How's my new buddy doing? Nice to be a new friend from Mount Morris, Michigan. Morning, Jody. How are you doing today? Yep, she just wanted you. That was all.
Yep, she just wants to snuggle.
Mm-hmm.
It's her happy place.
Just remember that sweet little angel will be a teenager one day. I know.
I know. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah. No. My daughter Lily is turning 10 this year. And oh my gosh.
And she's going through that phase.
Yeah.
Anybody that's had a kid around that age knows what phase we're talking about.
I've got to say that taking a child or I don't know, I don't know how you want to put it, but like raising a child through puberty is so much worse than like terrible twos.
Mm-hmm.
The puberty stage is so much worse.
Yeah. When all their hormones just start making them act crazy.
And then they like think they know everything. And then, yeah. Morning,
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah. Anybody that's had a family or had, has had kids around that age knows.
Love as apologetics. Good morning. Are y'all a Schoolie family? Is that
right?
What you mean?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we have buses too.
Right?
Ours is a little bit untraditional, but.
Right?
I get an F on teenagers' years. Yes. I mean, Hunter and Emily broke me last year. Between the two of them, seriously, I am a different person now than I was a year ago because of teenager puberty.
Yeah.
Michael wasn't bad. Hunter and Emily, oh my gosh. And I feel like Lily's going to be even worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I know when my daughter Amy Lynn went through puberty, that was a nightmare.
Oh, Jody, that's so awesome. She got sushi.
California rolls.
Yes. Oh my gosh. When I went grocery shopping yesterday, I was so tempted to get the stuff to make sushi, but I was like, I didn't do it. Yeah, 10 and thinks she's 20. Yes, yeah. Yes.
I have 4 boys and 6 daughters, 29 grandbabies. Wow, Ray.
Oh my goodness.
That's...
So you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's a lot of puberty.
You can't physically pick them up when they're teens, yeah. That is awesome. What kind of schoolie do y'all have? I've seen yours in the background. What do you do? What do you use them for? So the big yellow one that you see in the background is actually, we split it in half, and it is bedrooms for 2 of our older kids. And so one goes through the front door to get to her room, and the back doors for the other one to get into his room. And then there's a divider wall in the middle. And then we have I don't even know what size it is, but it's a church bus that our youngest has. And then Wiley and I have another church bus that we got. And so none of them run.
Right, they're all just bedrooms.
Yeah, they're just bedrooms, pretty much. None of them have, like, water or bathrooms or anything like that. They're just bedrooms. Will and I have something in common. I ended up being breached, too. There was a reason I was the last of Mom's 8 births out of us 13 children. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. Yep. She decided to turn it the very last minute.
Maria, my 2 granddaughters was 10 this year. They are just starting with the attitude.
Yeah, it's something else. It is, I'd have to say, so far the hardest that I've had to experience with kids is the puberty years.
Yes.
Everything else is manageable, but the puberty years...
Like, you feel like the terrible twos is bad.
Yeah.
And then you have a teenager, and then you're like, oh, this is a breeze.
Yeah.
And my ex-husband's was the kid's friend and not a parent. He left me once for 3 weeks because when I was fighting with our teen son. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
God. That's cool. We have a 40-foot pusher, wife, 3 kiddos, and myself. We want to get some to use like that on some property.
You okay?
That is so awesome. Where are you guys at? Do y'all travel? Good morning, Auntie Emma. How are you? Oh, you're fine. Better late than never. Their house is really awesome. Tracy, thank you. So Tracy's actually been here to visit. And yeah, so we have schoolies that we live in right now. I mean, if you can even call them schoolies, because we haven't we just gutted them and turned them into bedrooms.
Yeah.
but we've built Fort Wiley, is what it's been dubbed, and we're using rock and native, like rock that we found here and wood that we've milled and trees that we've cut down and stuff, and building Fort Wiley. Hopefully this year we'll get the walls finished around it and put a roof on it, because right now it's just covered with a big tarp. Like big tarp.
The roof has to be done this summer.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a must.
Our tarp has started leaking. It has made it through last summer. June or July. I don't remember actually when we put it on. It was last summer that we put the tarp on, and it's lasted us close to a year. So it is getting holes in it, and we are gonna have a roof this year. But eventually, we plan on building an earthship home, a buried in the ground home. Good rainy morning. Morning, Misplaced Country Girl. See, Fred is already being rebellious. Morning, Brenda. Oh, she said, I agree, ladies. Hi, ladies. Kathy, good morning.
Yeah, I think I'd rather her get all of her rebellion out at this age than later, because, I can still easily pick her up and...
Yeah.
It'd be easier to deal with.
Yeah. I hated that I know everything stage. Yes, Sue. It is the worst.
Oh, you're okay.
The terrible teens. That's what we're going to call them.
Yeah,
terrible teens.
The terrible teens.
Man, Emily and Hunter are pretty good kids now, but last summer was the hardest summer of my life, literally. So far. Have a great day, Bill.
Right, teenagers are no fun. They think they know it all. Yes, they do.
And they have no sense of humor.
No, and they don't. They don't. They really don't.
That wasn't how I was raised. My dad did help with discipline, thankfully. Yeah.
Dust them off car show in Flint, Michigan.
Our dad disciplined us growing up, and I'm thankful for it. My niece and nephew, we was raising, but they got to go back to their dad. But I miss that attitude. I might miss it later in life, but no, not right now. Y'all can borrow Lily.
Yeah, if you miss it.
Yeah.
She'll give you a good dose of it.
Y'all are in Florida. I bet it's nice and warm there today, huh? Hello from Scotland. Hi, Elaine. How are you?
Oh, Misplaced Country Girl, I'm jealous. She said that her kids weren't bad as teens. She was lucky.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm jealous.
My kids aren't bad. Like, we're not dealing with drugs or...
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse, but
sneaking out or...
She has,
Yeah.
She has her own thing of bad choices that she still makes.
Yeah. Who, me?
No, your daughter.
Oh, yeah. Oh. My daughter sent her teens to my house for a month when she couldn't handle them. Never laid a hand on them. They knew they couldn't have electronics if they didn't work for them. Julia, that's how it is here.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I mean, we just don't have a lot of electronics to go around. So Michael has like an old cell phone that he uses the internet on. And he gets free reign of that. He's an adult. He can do what he wants. And he always helps and stuff. But when he was younger, it'd be like, okay, you're not doing your chores. You're losing your phone. And Emily, she gets to use the internet. But the other two, really, I don't. They come across things like Lily was watching shorts and started coming across highly inappropriate stuff for kids. Like stuff I can't even believe they let on YouTube. And now I don't believe she searched for it. I believe that it just could tell that she was a kid and started showing her that stuff. So I do not let Hunter and Lily on the internet very much at all.
Good morning, Larry. You see what he says? My daughter turned 15 and woke up possessed by some unknown demon or demons.
Yes. Yes. I hated the Y stage.
Oh, yeah, that one gets annoying. Why?
Why? Yeah. Emily needs to quit doubting herself. I completely agree, James. Morning, Emily Jane. Is that what that says? Emily Jean?
Yeah, Jane?
It's kind of hard to see from here.
Right.
Morning, Lee. How are you? By then, my oldest died when she was 16. That might be why the other two were so mild. Aww. Maybe. That is so sad. I'm so sorry.
Aww.
Is she a teenager? My daughter Emily is a teenager.
Right.
My daughter Lily is about to turn 10 and thinks she's 20.
Yeah, and she's just starting to go through that phase of
arguing, and when I'm like, you need to do the dishes, she's like, ugh. And then the second I walk away, she like slips away and I have to go find her and make her go do dishes.
my dad would say I can take the attitude out of you, so I would say things behind his back, but somehow he still knew it.
You make your mama call me when you're going to do push-up, or you're going to do push-ups 25, where she says, you're my children first round. All boys.
Oh,
my
God.
goodness. I think teenagers get more material things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what happened with my 8-year-old. I only let him on YouTube Kids, and somehow adult content still made its way to YouTube Kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yep. So that's why we just don't do it. Most of our lessons are learned through books, and if we need the internet, then it's for something specific, and they don't just get unfettered access. I think kids under 16 should only use what we call brick phones, so they can only send messages and make phone calls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they're little, you can get by with cheaper things. Shoot! As mine got older, they actually kind of got cheaper, because I'm like, oh, you want that expensive thing? Then you better go do some work for the neighbors and make your own money. So Hunter is trying to save up for a Nintendo Switch. And we haven't really let them have video games and stuff. But he's been working for the neighbors, and one of the neighbors, instead of paying him, he was like, hey, I'll give you this game system, and he got a PlayStation. Then he sold the PlayStation and had some money. And I'm trying to teach him, if you want something, then you need to work for it and you need to save for it. And that kid is horrible at saving money.
Yeah.
So, but he does go work. He's a good worker. He just can't save money to save his life.
I swear parents have eyes and ears on the back of their heads, too. Yeah.
Our parents did.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
Although I think that breaking me last year kind of like broke the goggles off of my eyes and ears on the back of my head, because I'm a little more keen to things now. I never had children, but I have 3 nephews. When they hit their teens, I was glad I didn't have any.
You're like, yep, made the right choice.
Yeah. That's when they figure out who they are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that they need influence from the internet to figure out who they are. Because if they're being influenced by the internet, they're probably going to think that they were born in the wrong body or something. My kids didn't have cell phones and internet only when me or my late husband were there to supervise. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Hunter and Lily get it so seldomly, because I'm like, you cannot use the computer unless I'm sitting there watching you. And I don't have a lot of minutes to spare in my day to just watch you surf the internet for nothing. You have to have a specific thing that you want to learn.
Right.
Now I stay and watch him. He was using it for his reading. It's supposed to be a learning tablet, so everything is monitored. It goes to my phone. Yeah. Even though, Emily, even though it has stuff like that, things still slip through. Yeah, the adult content towards kids is purposeful. I completely 100% believe that, James. My son took a page from his upbringing. My granddaughter got disrespectful, so she is writing sentences saying, I will not be disrespectful to adults.
Yep.
Wait, we need to have Lily do stuff like that.
Yeah, we do.
I will not argue when I'm told to do dishes.
Right?
Write it 100 times. I need to find another notebook just for her to do sentences. I bet she fills it up by the end of the month.
My middle daughter was good at working for stuff, but she was a loan shark when lending money out. That's awesome.
I think Michael's the loan shark.
Right? My son has been asking for a phone because his friends have one. I say, I don't care. I'm not their mom.
Same.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Lily's like, all my friends have a phone. And I was like, no, but I'm not
care.
their parent. No, you're not going to. My neighbor passed away and had no one wanted his 9-year-old. I took him and raised him as my own. That is so awesome. That gives me goosebumps. That is so
cool.
awesome. Wow.
It's not just internet. It's music, commercials, sadly, lessons in school. Teaching
Books.
is ridiculous. Yeah.
You can't even take your kid to the library.
Yeah.
Without. No.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, there's books about all kinds of inappropriate things. I had seen one. It's called like Brenda's Hairy Beaver or something, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But it was colorful pictures and like, yeah, her friends were there to help her, give her beaver a haircut.
Yeah.
And it is
that
awful.
Was weird.
So awful.
What?
Do you guys know where the small torches, the small propane torch?
Like the one that goes onto the big propane tank?
Onto one of the propane tanks, yes.
I think it's over there by the smoker, isn't it? Like rolled up underneath the smoker?
Oh, I didn't check on it.
Like underneath the firebox part, maybe? Hey, shut the door. Thank you. I knew it was Michael when he knocked. Yesterday we went to the recruitment office and he knocked on the door to get in and he was like, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, he's a very loud knocker.
And the guy opened the door. He's like, dang, don't bust down my door. I was like, yeah. Or he said, it's bulletproof. You're not going to hurt it. And I was like, Michael, you're going to need some stronger guns than those to get through that glass. I had to do that as a child. It started at 25 sentences, but then I would make comments and my grandma would make me do 50. You're definitely right about that. Your child have a lot of respect for others. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. It's hard raising kids, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
Borrow $5, it would cost you $10 at payback time. And if you were late, she would charge a late fee. So if she lent $5, it would make $5 to $15 from it.
Hey, that girl's
yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
I've been thinking about pulling my son from public school. It's getting highly inappropriate. The teachers are all, and I'm like, do that on your own time at home. Don't push. Exactly. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home, but you do not need to be confusing kids.
Yeah, do not bring that around my children.
Because since the teachers have started being that way, most kids, when Emily was in, I think Emily was in 4th grade, and now she would be, I think she'd be a sophomore this year. Anyway, so when she was in 4th grade, she told me that out of 12 of her friends at school, only one of them was straight.
Wow.
And that was in like a little town in Oklahoma. That is not Los Angeles or something. That is, and it wasn't long after that I pulled my kids out of school. Like, kids that age shouldn't even learn about sexuality. I mean, I believe that in high school to teach, kids to use condoms and teach about the dangers of unprotected sex. Like, I think that should be done, like, in high school. But I don't think that you should be teaching kids how to use dildos. Or butt plugs.
Right.
Because that's literally a thing. Like,
Right.
I've been seeing reports about parents getting mad because teachers are teaching their kids how to use butt plugs because it's safer. You can't get pregnant from that. It's so disgusting.
Right.
Yeah. So, Emily, what state are you in? What are homeschooling laws like where you are? Hey, Karen. I used to think I was winning if they were mouthy at home but good while we were out and showed manners and were polite, just not at home. Tanya, that's about where we're at.
Yeah.
My kids, everybody's like, your kids are always so well behaved. I'm like, you do not know.
Right. You have no idea what they're like at home.
Yeah. So that's why when people are like, your kids are so good and they give us good compliments, it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, thanks, because I don't feel like it's always that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We don't always,
Of course, I do not put the bad stuff on the internet. I don't put them talking back and stuff on the internet, but exactly, Lee. Exactly. That's what should be being taught.
Emily, I'm only 28 and I remember none of that was in school. We weren't even allowed to know our teachers' first names, let alone if they were gay or trans. It's bizarre. It is. It's completely insane.
Absolutely bonkers. New York. Oh my gosh, you need to get out of New York.
Yeah, the only way that we ever knew our teachers' first names or anything is if we accidentally overheard them
talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily, I would recommend getting to a state where homeschool laws are more relaxed. I know it's not easy to up and move, so I mean, I totally understand, but if you're able to homeschool, if you're able to be at home with your kid, I would definitely do that. 100%.
Yes, Jody, Fred is definitely peaceful. She is so peaceful as long as I'm holding her.
Not just allowed it, but encouraged it. Like, if you were a straight white dude, you couldn't get a job as a teacher during Biden administration. Or as, in some places, you couldn't get a job as a firefighter or a police officer if you didn't check those boxes. And that's reverse discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
It's been here my whole life. Yeah. Or I've been here my whole life. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
the Biden era, they fucked up a lot of stuff.
so much.
Sorry for the bad language.
Mostly a whole bunch of young people.
Yeah.
It mostly screwed a whole bunch of young people.
And yes, abstinence. Yeah, that's what we were always taught.
Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna do it, use a condom.
Right? We even
But then you got to pay the consequences.
We even had those abstinence card things that we signed in school.
Oh yeah, you had to pledge.
Yeah, to
be
stay abstinent.
I think everybody just signed the pledge so that they didn't look bad. I don't know that everybody actually did that. Right.
Not sure anybody ever actually even intended to do that, but yet they got every kid in the class to sign it.
Yeah. Yep. I do not have any faith at all in the public school system. Michael was in public school until beginning of his sophomore year. And then sophomore year, I decided to pull all my kids out. It was in 2021, I pulled all of my kids out of school, and I've been homeschooling them ever since. And yesterday, when Michael took his practice ASVAB test and scored an 81, where you have to score a 31 to pass, a 50 is average, and Michael scored an 81, I was like, hey, I didn't fail him too bad.
Oh my Lord, Amber, my family loves your straightforwardness. Love it. Thank you, Auntie Emma. Yeah. Not everybody does.
Yeah.
And Emily, I'm not political at all. I am by far the least political person I know. But I didn't like the way that things went under Biden's administration.
I definitely didn't vote for Biden. I am an independent, so I tend to pay attention to what's going on both sides and pick the people who most align with my values, and then that's who I vote for.
The least of the evils.
Yes, right. Because at this point, I don't believe there's any good politicians. I feel like just some are more evil than others. And any of them that have benefited, any of them that have stolen our tax dollars, I don't care what side of the aisle they're on, they're evil.
Morning, Rookie. Larry, you know, my dad used to joke about us, you know, putting us in chastity belts.
He never did it, but
No,
yeah.
He used to joke about it. So I don't know. Maybe it's worth trying to bring back.
Morning,
I don't
Reverend
know.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't really like to get into politics. I kind of stay away from all that. I mean, I hear things, you know, still there's certain things that I'll look more into, but that's it. It's as far as it goes.
You must have patience of a saint to homeschool. I did it through lockdown and it drove me crazy. So Maria, the thing is that when I started homeschooling in Oklahoma is actually, it is in the state constitution that you have the right to homeschool your kids. The only requirement, and it's not even an official requirement, is that you have to educate 180 days a year. So we tried the whole online school at home, which was basically public school at home, and that did not work for us. So we shifted gears and I started my own curriculum, and because all of our kids know how to read, write, and do basic math, we focus more on cooking and cleaning or preserving and building things and life skills and things that you don't get taught in school, you know, budgeting and grocery shopping and money management and that kind of stuff. Anyway, what were you going to say?
Oh, one of these comments up here, the person was saying, oh, I hate trying to mess with this.
Yeah.
Where was it? I went 2 years ago to meet the teacher with a neighbor for kindergartner, and she wanted to know how the girl saw herself as a girl or a boy. The little girl said, I have a dress and tights on, duh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's ridiculous that the teacher wanted to know how she saw herself as a girl or a boy. That's freaking ridiculous. People are stupid.
Bring back the whole, you know, there was a movie, boys have penises and girls have vaginas.
Yeah, with
I think that was like Kindergarten Cop or something. Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh my god, I haven't thought about that movie in so long.
Yeah. That girl is homeschooled due to that idiot. Good. Yeah, don't get me started on politics.
Yeah.
I follow it. I'm honestly getting tired of a lot of it. Yeah.
Exactly, Emily. Exactly.
Spill some beans. What is Jeff up to down the road? I'm missing
Birth
him.
control with things.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know what Jeff's up to. I know
refer to it as the piranha.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily, I agree. I think that we should be able to have different opinions and be able to share those opinions and not take it personally. Like, I think that I should be able to be like, well, this is why I believe this, and this is why you believe this, and then be like, oh, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. You know, can we not understand where we're coming from without getting combative and angry about it?
Oh, wow. My sister is having that problem right now. Children at school put it in her head that she is a Thurian animal. I'm like, what the WTF? The teacher told my sister to embrace it. Oh, yeah. I would be like, no.
Yeah,
no.
No. So I had started seeing things like that in Emily. And unfortunately, when that starts happening and you don't want it to happen, you need to cut out friends. You need to, like, cut out, you know, homeschool your kid and cut out any friends that are going along with that. And Emily has hated me because she was like, that was my only friend. I'm like, you do not need friends that are going to confuse you. No. It is so hard. Like, and you don't even, if you're not paying close attention, you know, you might not even notice for a while, and it's so bad.
Yeah. Last we heard from Jeff, he was needing help planting.
The kids helped him plant a bunch of flowers. Yep, agree to disagree. Right. Mr. Rogers came out with it first. He was teaching what boys and girls were back in the 70s.
Yeah.
When homeschooling, how do you send someone to the principal's office? You ground them and send them to their room.
Right?
And so actually, Lily's in a phase right now. Yesterday, Emily and Amber cleaned out Lily's bedroom. So Lily has the bare minimum and does not have any toys.
Nothing
books.
for coloring, nothing. Oh, I
Nothing.
left her the New Testament.
Oh, good. You left her the Bible. Good.
Yeah.
So she can read that.
Yeah.
But
Because she needs to work on her relationship with God.
yeah, she does. She so does. Yeah.
Yep. That kid.
So you take all their stuff and then send them to their room.
Yep. So that's what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Because when kids want to push it, you know.
Yep.
You need to push back.
Yep. I told her she effed around and now she's finding out. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully the counselor is sane.
Yeah. I
Because-
would fully freaking vet that counselor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the wait until your dad gets home. Yeah.
Mom usually teaches McKevin, so
Yeah.
Dad becomes the
I'm like,
principal.
you better have those dishes done before Wiley gets home. Unfortunately, many people in Washington cannot see past their hatred for one person. I pray that, or they could focus on their constituents' needs instead of their hatred. I think, Cindy, those people need to be replaced. If they are not worried about the interests of those who elected them, then they need to be replaced with somebody who does. Straight to their rooms, yes. But you can't, it doesn't work the same if they have a tablet and a TV and a game system and a computer. You got to take all that stuff away. Otherwise, it's not being grounded. Otherwise, it's just, I get to go sit in my room and do what I want. I remember in grade 8 English class, our teacher got notified over the PA system, Ronald McDonald, do you have a call at the office? The whole class burst out laughing. It didn't help that he had red hair.
That's great.
That's funny.
When homeschooling, the principal's office is the woodshed.
Trust me, she went and checked because I said the same thing. She did a private meeting beforehand. She actually found a conservative counselor. Good. Conservative ones are hard to find. I did the same with Emily. I had to, you know, the thing is that when they're going through that stage, then they're in school, they're like being taught the victim mentality. That if they join this elite group of people, then they can't be judged, they can't be harassed because they're in this elite group of people. And this is the love, you know, like, I don't know. It's so ass backwards. I don't care what people do as adults in the privacy of their own home, but leave the damn kids alone.
Give them time to...
People with mental illnesses should not be teaching kids in school.
No.
Patty, yes. Yep.
Yes, Laura. Have you seen the video of a cop pulling a guy over and he identified as a cat and said he didn't need a driver's license?
So the cop said he was going to arrest his passenger. Yeah. So he was like, I did see that. And he was like, I'm a cat. And he was like, well, last time I checked, cats aren't allowed to drive in the state of California. Or I think it was California.
Whatever state they were in.
And then he was like, his passenger, you know, he was like, okay, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. You can give me your ID, or I can take this guy to the vet and get him neutered. Or you can choose whether he gets spayed or neutered. That's on you, but you get to pay for it. And then he gets a rabies shot. And, like, I'm going to arrest you for allowing him to do that because that's horrible.
Right?
Yeah. He's like, last time I checked, cats aren't allowed to drive. He hands him a collar. A cat collar.
Right.
And then I've been seeing an abundance of videos about people getting pulled over, and they're like, I don't need a license to drive a car. Oh my gosh. People, I don't even know how we've gotten this stupid in this country. I was reading something that had said that, you know, when you're trying to control a people, you can't, I don't remember how it's put, but basically they were trying to figure out how to take over another country or something, and they're like, we cannot attack their beliefs. That's not going to work. We need to put a McDonald's and on every corner and a Starbucks and give everybody free Wi-Fi, and then break them down that way. And he's like, it worked for the American people.
Right.
Now we're all stupid. We have college students that can't even tell you what the First Amendment is. We have college students that can't tell you who the President of the United States is.
Right.
Like,
I never sent my kids to their room when they were being punished. That's where all their toys are.
Yeah.
Something about being set on the couch in the living room where there was no television. Yeah, that's why we cleaned out Lily's room, is because we figure she needs some time to reflect in, by herself with no distractions.
Yep.
So that's why she got to sit, or now she gets to sit in there with nothing.
Yeah, that's like the lady who took her toddler to the vet because he identified as a cat. Oh my gosh, I know. And he's like, I can't do anything. I'm a vet. I work on animals. Well, this is an animal. He identifies as a cat. And he's like, I legally cannot do anything for your child. People are so insane.
Right? Yeah. Has the flurries made it down to you guys yet? I'm being told that they are putting litter boxes in the bathrooms because kids are identifying as animals. People are freaking weird, guys.
I don't know because I don't pay attention to that. And occasionally the kids are like, why can't we go to school? And I'm like, this is why. They're like, but our school here isn't like that. I'm like, I don't know that. And no, no, absolutely not. Are you going back to public school under any circumstance?
Brenda, that's insane. My granddaughter was 17, started working at Dunkin' Donuts, and there was a woman there that identified as a cat, and they had to put a damn litter box in the bathroom for her. That is freaking crazy. If I went into a restaurant and there was a litter box in the bathroom, I would never go there again.
Yeah,
never.
No.
Never in my life would I go to a restaurant that had a goddamn litter box in it.
Yeah, Auntie Emma, absolutely. Ew. Yeah, everybody else in the world is laughing at us, being like, ha ha ha, look at those stupid Americans. Yeah. There's a movie called, it's actually Idiocracy.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm sure that's what you meant to say.
That's a funny movie.
It was made as a funny movie, but, like, that's literally where we are right now. And if you've ever seen the movie WALL-E, I feel like we're kind of there, too. Everybody's, like, fat and driving around in, like, the wheelchair thingies
with their faces
in space.
plastered to screens.
Yeah, with the tablet in front of them, and all they're doing is sitting and eating junk food. And that's pretty much where we are.
I agree, Ricky. I like food talk better, too.
Yeah. Yeah, McDonald's, bleh. Yeah, got in big trouble putting my stepdaughter's nose to the wall for punishment. Come on. Yeah, that's stupid.
Right? Yeah, I want to identify as a millionaire as well.
Yeah, me too.
Right? With a yacht.
Yeah. Yeah. Where there's room, or where is my room at the bank? I agree. I had a lady confront me for smacking my son's hand for reaching for candy after telling him no twice.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hardly, like, raise your voice to kids in public now without somebody being like, oh my God, you're being so mean. Yeah, the movie was Idiocracy. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Instead of trying to treat
mental illness, we have developed this theory of allowing them, even encouraging them to be whoever they feel they need to be, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, some people took it a little too far when they were told as children, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up.
Yeah, that's not what they meant.
Yeah, that's not what was, meant by that. Right? Right, make me part of that 1%.
Mikey's back.
Yes, Mikey.
Do you know where the pipe wrench is?
I have no idea where the pipe wrench is.
No idea.
I have not seen a pipe wrench in a while. Oh, hey, we're almost at an hour.
Woohoo.
I need to go potty, so I'm glad it's almost over.
Right? I'm hungry.
Yeah, I would like to be rich too, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't- God made me beautiful, not rich.
Yeah. right. I can't be both, guys. I can't be both.
I have a good sense of humor and a big heart. I can't be rich.
Right, and it doesn't work that way.
I know, Maria, and that people are going nuts about it. They said that in our Supreme Court too, and people are going nuts. It's sad that had to take taxpayer dollars to go all the way to the Supreme Court to be able to tell people that it was true. And then people still don't agree.
Auntie Emma, that's awesome. Years ago, I popped my daughter on her backside, and a woman told me I was abusing her. So I calmly looked at her and said, "You want some too?"
Yes. You ladies are hiding those tools, aren't you?
Shh, don't tell Mikey.
I had bacon and eggs, hash browns, and sourdough toast. That sounds so good.
Oh, that does. That really does.
I forgot to get sausage when I went grocery shopping yesterday, but I
How'd
did.
you forget
We
sausage?
have ham and bacon, so that's fine. But I forgot
How'd
sausage.
you forget sausage? She
Well-
usually buys like 12 things of sausage.
Yeah. Sausage is like the cheapest breakfast thing.
Uh-huh. I guess you can forget once.
I mean, when I buy it at Aldi's, I don't want to
Oh.
buy it for $5-6 a pound at Walmart.
Right?
It's like $3 a pound at Aldi's. We're the people to speak up to parents beating and killing their kids. I believe that there's a line between discipline and abuse,
Yeah.
but discipline is necessary or you end up with a whole bunch of entitled brats. I need sausage for breakfast tacos tomorrow morning.
That sounds good.
My back hurts from sitting like
That sounds
for
really good. I want breakfast tacos.
I need to sit up straighter. My back hurts. Okay. Biscuits and gravy today. Yum. Ooh.
Right.
No, I don't.
You don't have sausage.
No, I don't have sausage. I was going to make Wiley biscuits and gravy today, and I don't have sausage. So that's not going to work.
She just said she didn't have sausage, and then
Mhm.
she's like, "Ooh, biscuits and gravy. We can."
That
No,
sounds
we
so
can't.
good. No. We all needed to touch on these subjects. Good to know others that have or are too going through the BS. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's not really something you can talk about, openly all the time because
Yeah, exactly, Emily. Freaking entitled children that grow into entitled adults.
thinking the world revolves around them. Yes.
Mhm.
My kids are like, that's not fair. I'm like, life ain't fair and I ain't raising you to think it is.
Yeah.
So life is not fair. Don't even get that in your head. You will be sadly disappointed. Have you ever brought ground pork and seasoned it the way you like it?
No.
No. I have made my own sausage out of our own pigs before, though. 3 hogs off at the butcher tomorrow after church. Ooh, yum. Yep, spare the rod, spoil the child, they say.
Ugh.
Cinnamon rolls. That sounds good.
Darn vehicles, they cost too much money. Just spent a little over $400 yesterday on a new radiator and tune-up on my truck.
Yeah. I had egg, sausage, and cheese on English muffin with apple and peaches and cinnamon sauce.
That sounds really good.
That sounds fancy, Julia.
All right.
Yep, spare the rod, spoil the child. I didn't ask to be born. Yeah, right. I can't tell. We're at a point where you can't even tell if it's like real or if it's satire anymore because things have gotten so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this lady ranting about how she's suing her parents because she didn't ask to be born, so they should have to support her for her whole life because it's their fault she exists. And yeah, I don't know if it was real or if she was joking. I have no idea, but that's where we are right now.
I work in HR, and this generation entering the workforce is unbearable and unbelievable. I believe it. I couldn't imagine the nonsense. I mean, and how do you even understand half the words that come out of these people's mouths?
Yeah, my kids are repeating words that they hear from other kids, and I'm like skibbity? What the hell does that mean?
Right? I still don't quite understand most of, like...
They're, like, starting to speak an alien language or something.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, it's not, no.
Dad had a big-ass hand. Yeah. We got spanked a lot. Amber got spanked more because she was worse than me growing up. She got more spanking.
My mouth...
I knew how to fly under the radar and shut up when I was told to. And
my mouth, well, yeah. My mouth said everything that my brain was thinking.
Yeah.
And it got me in trouble.
There was zero filter, and she got more ass whoopings because of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Cindy, and I heard that quite a few times as a kid, too. I've heard parents say to their children, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. But yeah, I heard that quite a bit.
Our parents told us that a lot, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
My nephew, daughter, 6, they had to, but her in 3 different schools because she kept getting in trouble and they refused to get onto her. Oh my goodness. I'll fix eggs and turkey sausage tomorrow morning. I don't know about turkey sausage. I like pork sausage. That was real. Her parents gave her 3 credit cards. She maxed out in a month. The father would pay it off, and she would say they made her that way, so they have to continue it. My oldest daughter told me once, I'm making her life hell, so I told her I'm going to do my job.
Right? Right, yeah. That's how you know you're doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
If your kids are mad at you, you're doing something right.
Apple fritter and coffee for breakfast. That's too much sugar for me. I drink sugar in my coffee, but then I gotta have, like, protein. I have to have real food.
Yeah, I feel sorry for people in HR, too. I would definitely be in trouble.
Pork and apple sausages are the best. I've never heard of that.
Mm.
Morning, Janet. Please give hugs and kisses for me. Love your family, Amber. I was the same way growing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, little Miss Willow, she sleeps great when I'm holding her.
But when you put her down. Anywho.
Right?
Oh, we've got a few minutes left. I'm just getting antsy because I have to go potty.
Alright.
The coffee's going through me. Let's take another drink and add to the problem.
Yes. Yes. We're going to see it start, you know, your eyes are going to start watering here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tracy learned by watching her brother and sister.
Right?
Lily's there. She's done watch all of her brothers and sisters. And now she's extra sneaky.
Oh, wow, James. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's...
Did you do it again?
Yeah, I've never, yeah.
Y'all, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please.
Right? Oh.
Before this is over.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for us? He said, yeah, no. The neighbor down the road said that if I threaten to call your mama and you're not scared, she ain't doing it right.
All right.
I don't know that my kids are scared of me. I kind of think that's unfortunate.
Did you get the tracking number from Wiley's phone?
4?
I don't know, something Larry asked.
No. Single mom of 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, at least she had a good head on her shoulders, because, I mean, you turned out okay, James, from what I can tell. Single moms these days are raising iPad kids that think they're cats. You know what's crazy? Michael said this morning, you know, we just met with a Marines recruiter yesterday, and he was telling us how he'll have to get up early in the morning, and they'll wake him up by flicking the lights on and making a lot of noise. And he said that he heard loud knocking on his door this morning, and
nobody was there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's his conscience getting him ready.
Right.
Coming from you, it's appreciated. Oh, it's on his text messages. Okay. Not only got slapped and butt busted, my dad gave me my butt a meeting with his hand when he came in off the road. Woo, yeah.
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 Sasquatch.
See, Tanya, I'm the older one, and Amber did not learn from me.
Nope.
No.
No, I did not.
I'm like, okay, I'm in trouble, Dad's mad, I'm gonna be quiet, tuck my tail, and go hide.
I did the complete opposite. I'm like, my dad is mad, let me fuel this fire and see how mad I can make him.
She's there with that gas can and a box of matches.
Right?
Like,
oh, look, he's calming down. Let me dump some more fuel on the fire and throw a few matches.
We mentioned that in another live stream, and someone was like, Amber, no wonder why you're single. Oh. Hey, Lynn, good morning. In Kentucky, in preschool and primary school, you are not allowed to tell a child no. Instead, you are told to redirect their attention.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep, I've been told that before. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to redirect their attention. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's your garden coming along? It's doing good. It's doing good. I haven't been out there this morning to check on it. What is the brand of sausage that's made in Oklahoma? Is it blue and gold? Blue and gold, I think. I was like you, Jen. Discipline is needed, or you get what you have today. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ain't got no gas in it. I planned my other sibling because they were older and knew better. Oh, yeah. I was Jen. My middle brother was Amber.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got myself into a lot of trouble.
I was an only child. One time my mom spanked my butt, but then felt bad and put lotion on my bottom. My cousins always teased me that I was spoiled. Yep, sometimes you have to talk to the end that listens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Blue and gold is from FFA. Okay. Well, then I have no idea what the sausage is that comes from Oklahoma. I didn't hit my kids, but they knew when they have gone too far. They used to disappear upstairs, and they knew they had to apologize when they come down. Okay, I gotta go. I really gotta go potty, y'all. I've been sitting here for a while. And
right.
Rocking now. Yeah. But I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.
Right.
I gotta go.
All right. Let's say bye, Willow. Let's say bye to everybody.
It feels so nice out here.
Now it's all nice outside, guys. All right, guys. I'm sure it'd be perfectly fine if you messaged my sister Laura. Let me see. What is going on? I just now lost my chats thing. All right, I can't see what any of you guys are saying, but bye, guys. We'll see you next time. If I can reach the phone. I gotta move you, Willow. I got to move you so I can reach the phone. We're gonna get it. We'll get it.